What's up, YouTube? It's Eric, a Lions fan. Thanks for clicking on this video. I don't know if the camera's picking up a bunch of the jiggles here throughout this road. The road I live on is terrible. But anyway, I kind of want to give a big shout out to everybody. Rod J Beer Ventures, Average Joe from the Beer Patrol, the Craft Beer Pours Drunken One. Oh, God. Alex the Beer Man, I think is what it is. And everybody. Everything King, Man Beast Morris, all those guys. Detroit Drew. Who else? Hitman 313 JMO. Goodness. Micro Mike, Noble Sports Entertainment, Troxel, Derek from the Gridiron Blitz, Luke G, all you guys. I really do appreciate your content, and I do watch your content. I may not always comment on your content, but I do watch your content, and all you guys are really, really good at it. Much better than I am here. But anyway, guys, I kind of want to come into kind of want to talk about kind of two things here. I want to talk about Harrison, and I want to talk about Nick Castellanos yesterday when they asked him about Wrigley Field versus Comerica Park. And I want to start with the Nick Castellanos thing because that's one kind of grinds my gears here a little bit. So I don't know if anyone actually watches or even cares about my Twitter account. And if you do, it's Eric, a Lions fan Twitter.com/Eric, a Lions fan. And kind of what happened throughout that was, goodness, man, people just pulling out in front of you like this on this road, just trying to go to work at 7:30 in the morning. Anyway, kind of getting back to what I was getting at. So one of the reporters, I think it was for the Cubs, had asked Nick Castellanos the difference. I think it was kind of a general difference between playing in Wrigley Field and playing in the Comerica Park. And what he kind of said was, and I'm kind of paraphrasing here, was that the Tigers, or when you're at Wrigley Field and the down 10 runs, the fans stay. When you're down 10 runs and you're playing at Comerica Park, the fans just kind of get up and leave. Well, I kind of grinded my gears here a little bit because Nick Castellanos, I don't know if he's just out of touch with reality or if he doesn't know what his surroundings are or anything like that, but it kind of grinded my gears a little bit because the two situations are very, very different. The Cubs are trying to contend for a playoff spot. If not trying to hold the playoff spot, I didn't see. I forgot when I made this video here to go into the league standings to try to see where the Cubs were at. But I gotta admit, or I gotta think that the Cubs are at least in the playoff hunt, if not already in the playoff hunt. They're trying to hold it, while the Tigers are just trying to get out of not being the worst team in baseball ever, or even trying not to get to 119 losses like they kind of were just back in 2003. I think it was 119 losses, kind of right around there. And I think the record is 120 losses, I believe, for the worst team in baseball. So you have two different teams having two different kind of past, kind of what I want to say here. And Nick Castellanos, he had to have known the situations there, the situation in Detroit and what the situation is in now with the Cubs. I really don't understand why he felt the need to say that. And why are fans going to stick around by the fifth inning if they're going to be like, well, the Tigers are already up by, or the opposing team's already up by 3 or 4 runs, and the Tigers haven't shown that they can come back. Yeah, they've kind of won a little bit kind of lately, maybe 2 or 3 games here and there, and kind of maybe have shown a little bit of a spark or a little bit of a flash. But historically this season, the Tigers haven't had any runs. Plus the defense isn't all that great, and the pitching hasn't been all that great. All that is a recipe for disaster and for a losing season, and why the Tigers are in last place in the Central, if not the worst team in baseball, or competing for the worst team in baseball. Now, if he was saying this while he was in Baltimore, he might be just saying the same thing. I don't know. But it kind of rubbed me the wrong way here just a little bit. Nick Castellanos has to know about the situations between Chicago Cubs and the Detroit Tigers. They're in two different paths right now. There's two different types of baseball that are being played. One is just trying not to be the worst team in baseball, while the other one is trying to contend for a playoff spot, try to get into the NL, at least the NL wild card, or at least get into the divisional round. So I don't necessarily know what Nick was trying to get there. If he was just trying to answer the question honestly, come on, dude. You got to know the situation here, dude. It's not like the Tigers are, they're in the Cubs situation where they're not that bad and the fans might stick around. Why are the fans going to spend $50 plus just to park And that's not even kind of getting to eat here, and I kind of want to touch on this here real quick. Why should I, as a fan, have to take a half day off of work, and I'm not making hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars? Why should I have to take a half day off of work, leave here, and most of you guys kind of know where I live, take a half day off, leave here at 3, get to Detroit by the entertainment district by probably 4:30, 5 o'clock. Then you're going to be hungry, so then you got to get a bite to eat, and that's not even to park or anything. You're already up $50, if not past $50, just for you. Then that's not even including the ticket and anything you buy at the park. You could be spending easily $100, and why should I have to go through all that just to watch the Tigers lose by the 5th inning and be like, well, it's already like 8:30, 9 o'clock. It's going to be 2 hours before we get back. It's going to be 11 o'clock, and by the game's over with, I could not be back by 1:32 in the morning. Why? All to see the Tigers lose right now. So Nick Castellanos, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way a little bit, kind of how he answered the question. He had to have known the situations there. Maybe that part was cut out to maybe kind of put Nick into kind of a situation too. But the way it kind of hit his attitude and his way he answered the question kind of rubbed me the wrong way a little bit. It could be like, dude, come on. You have to know what the situations are. Come on. And the last thing I'm going to talk about here, guys, is Snacks Harrison. Damon Harrison gets a 1-year extension. I think I seen Adam Scheffler from ESPN say that it's a 1-year, $11 million deal with a $12 million signing bonus. If that's true, and I hadn't seen any updates on it other than that. If that's true, that's a hell of a lot of money for a 1 year. Dude, $12 million guaranteed plus $11 million in your contract, and that's not including any incentives that are on top of that. If the Lions happen to make the playoffs, which the season's tough for the Lions, but I'm sticking to my 11-5 prediction. I think we can do it. I actually think we can do it. So, to me, I mean, it's only 1 year. I kind of thought the Lions would kind of sit around and kind of be like, look, dude, you got to give us another year of this type of production. Then we'll kind of get out our wallets to actually pay you. And I kind of thought the same thing kind of with Slay and Harrison. I thought they would have told them that, look, give us 1 more year of good production just like that, and we'll open up our checkbooks to you. We'll give you the extension. I wouldn't think right now, at least at this point in time, the Lions would have, would have told Snacks Harrison, to give him already a contract extension right now. I kind of thought that was a little bit premature on my end, but maybe some situations happened to where the Lions thought it was a good time to do it, or maybe Harrison kind of pushed him into a corner to where maybe they thought they had to do it. Honestly, guys, I don't know. I don't know this kind of the situation around it, but to give him a 1 year, $11 million contract plus $12 million guaranteed, and that's not including any incentives or anything like that, that's a hell of a lot of money for a 1 year player. And I guess the Lions have the money. I mean, they have had quite a bit in cap space to get. Maybe they had to shorten some of that cap space up, or else they were going to get dinged. I don't know how all that, the contracts and the CBA kind of works out and everything, but that very well could be as well. I thought I heard rumblings about that he had to spend so much of the cap, or else you were going to get penalized on it. So, I don't know, guys. To me, I think it's a little bit premature. I thought the Lions were going to kind of stick to their, at least kind of what I thought they were going to be doing, at least sticking to their guns of give us 1 more year of production and then we'll open up our checkbooks. But maybe the Lions kind of thought they must have seen something, or Harrison kind of pressed him into a corner, whatever the reason was. I thought it was a little bit premature to give him that contract of, what is it, like $23 million, and that's not including any incentives. At least that's kind of how it read to me when I read Adam Scheffler's tweet yesterday. Well, I guess it kind of is what it is here, guys. But let me know what you guys think about Castellanos if you haven't seen the tweet or not. If you look through my kind of tweet list, the history, you'll kind of see where I put on there. And it was actually reported by Detroit Drew. Actually, kind of put it up there, and I kind of responded back to him. I don't know if I shouted him out, by the way, but he was the one who had that. I guess, that little kind of interaction with the reporter there, and I kind of made a little blurb on that, which it kind of said Nick had to kind of know the situation between the two. Why are fans going to watch the Tigers lose consistently? That's pretty much the basis of it. So, guys, let me know what you guys think down into the comments. Please consider hitting that subscribe button, and make sure you guys hit that bell notification so you guys get more videos just like this one. All right, guys, I'm almost here to work. Gotta get paid, man. Another 8 hours. All right, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope to see you guys again soon. Deuces. Take care, guys.